Hey, I'm Kat. This is my tiny home on wheels, and I'm currently traveling full-time all over Europe, so I thought I would share with you how I achieved this lifestyle. So welcome to TROBOLO's YouTube channel. I've been working with TROBOLO over on Instagram, producing really valuable van life content, sharing everything I've learnt so far from park ups to hygiene and everything in between. So if you're interested in any of that, do head over to trobolo.official over there. I'll also be doing some guest episodes for TROBOLO here on YouTube, so I thought I would just introduce myself here as well. So if you want to follow me all over Europe and beyond, then make sure you subscribe to stay up to date. So my van life journey actually began a few years before this van, and I had a smaller van that was really just a bedroom on wheels. It was made entirely with recycled materials, and I built it out in about a weekend with my dad. It didn't really have anything fancy, no electrics, just a little bedroom on wheels. So I had a bit of a taste for tiny living, and I knew that I loved it and loved traveling in a van, and I'd become so invested in the van life community on social media that I already had so many ideas for what I might do with a bigger van. So I started by saving money and then searching on every single selling site possible to try and find a suitable van. Although you do get more protection and reassurance buying from a dealership, it wasn't quite in my budget, so I took the risk and found this van in a private sale through Facebook Marketplace. It's a 2014 and at the time had 100,000 miles, and I paid £5,500.
And what a man. I just gave all my money to a stranger. I now have a van.
It was an ex-decorator's van and a complete empty shell, so I got to work stripping it out and paycheck to paycheck worked on the conversion while also putting money into a travel pot. I had some basic DIY experience beforehand, but I learned everything I needed to know from YouTube. I learned how to be an electrician and a carpenter and everything in between. Research was a big part of the build, and I probably spent just as much time watching YouTube as I did building. So after a year of full-time work while building out the van, I managed to save £7,000 and applied for a 12-month career break from my job, which meant I could travel all over Europe with the promise of my job back in a year if I wanted it. But after 6 months, I decided to take the plunge and jump into full-time travel. My boyfriend also quit his job at an architect firm and set up his own company so that he could work from the road and come too. So far, this is what that's looked like. But don't be fooled by all the adventures and beautiful views. Some days also look like this. So that's my story. I hope it's given you an insight and some inspiration. As I said before, I'll be doing a few guest episodes here on the TROBOLO channel, so make sure you hit subscribe to follow us all over Europe and beyond. And if you're interested in our Toilet Talks series, it's a play on TED Talks, giving you loads of information, sharing everything I've learnt on the road so far, from where we park up to how we stay clean and everything in between. And you can find that series over on Instagram at trobolo.official. See you next time.